Now, vegans should be given their own shelf in the office fridge and a pass from work trips to the races. That is according to new guidelines for companies put forward by the Vegan Society in the UK. For more on this, we're joined by Sandra Higgins, who's the director of Go Vegan World. Sandra, is this a progressive move in your view?
Oh, it is, but it's not a new move. As listeners can read on the vegan rights section of our website, this comes from the protection of veganism under human rights legislation, and it dates from the 1990s. It's come to light recently because of a case in the UK where a judge ruled that vegans are protected at work on the basis of the philosophical belief that we hold that it's wrong to use and kill other animals. But that wasn't new legislation. That legislation dates from the 1990s. So this is a wonderful time for employees to press for this protection in the workplace, and we're here to help employers to engage in their duty to employees.
I would assume that, and maybe I'm wrong, so absolutely correct me, that most employers would probably do this. That most employers are decent people, and if there's a number of vegans in a company that said, look, can we have this little section of the fridge, can we be exempted from the greyhound racing night or whatever it happened to be, that generally an employer would allow that without any need for guidelines.
Well, yeah, of course, most employers are decent and they accommodate their staff even when they're not legally obliged to do so. The difficulty here is that employers are not aware that this is a legal requirement of them. And we've just done a survey of vegans in Ireland, Scotland and the UK. We're only at the stage of eyeballing the raw data, but vegans are discriminated against in the workplace. They are.
So when you say this is a requirement of employers, that's based on a UK court decision, is it not?
No, that's what I was trying to explain to you. It has been highlighted recently because of a UK decision, but in that case, the judge applied existing law, not new law. And in the UK, the law that was employed was under the Equality Act. But as far back as 1993, the European Commission on Human Rights ruled that veganism, which is the belief or moral conviction that humans shouldn't use or kill other animals, was protected under Article 9 of the European Convention on Human Rights. So that affects employers and it affects other service providers, both public and private service providers. So it is a legal requirement of employers in Ireland.
So it's a breach of human rights not to have a shelf in the fridge?
It's a breach of human rights to victimise or harass or fail to protect someone who holds the belief that it's wrong to use and kill other animals. So I can see very easily that people will find this difficult to believe because to them it's just a small issue. You know, what you wear or what you eat or where something is kept in the fridge is a small issue. But if you look at how other animals are exploited and affected by our everyday choices, you'll see why this is a protected belief in law, because it's deemed to be cogent, serious, important and worthy of respect.
Sandra Higgins, Director of Go Vegan World. Sandra, thanks a million for speaking to us.